So if you watch this channel, you should know that I have a private coaching group called the Clean Biz Network. And here and there I like to bring in industry experts or subject matter experts to speak to them, right? And so I just brought in a payroll specialist to speak to him, and she dropped a lot of value. And so I said, you know what? This is great value here, and there's enough value where I can share with you guys here out in the public on YouTube, but not so much that it's so exclusive that it gotta stay private in the group. So decided to share it out here, and if you like what you hear, make sure you click the link in the description of my video or in the top pinned comment on my video, and you can reach out to this payroll specialist if you want to move forward with it. But anyway, here's the video. Hopefully y'all get some value from it. Here we go.
Hey everyone, I'm Caroline. I'm working with, I work at ADP. AJ, thank you for letting me come and speak with everybody today. So a little bit about ADP, if y'all don't know, we are a payroll and HR. A lot of people think that we're mainly for big businesses, but we actually specialize with small businesses. So I work with businesses from 1 to 49 employees, W-2s and 1099s. I just want to emphasize how important it is to be in compliant when it comes to having a business and going about ways to grow your business and like to be able to we're able to offer your employees and so on and so forth. So as many of you know, I'm sure you guys know ADP. A little bit about us, besides the payroll and HR, that's actually only 5% of what we do. So the other half is we do everything from hiring to retiring. So we can help you find qualified employees. We can help you with staying in compliance when it comes to the employee handbook. We can help you with providing an HR help desk. We can do just a lot in one system. So I like to say it's a one-stop shop. So we grow with you. And I'm going to go ahead. So unfortunately, I had a whole PowerPoint made and it deleted. So we're going to make do right now. And I'm just going to show you guys how easy it is to go ahead and just process payroll for both W-2s and 1099s. So as you know, it's super important to be in compliance when it comes to your taxes. So you want to make sure that you're filing your taxes on time, the correct amount, and that's actually something that ADP does for you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. This is our run platform. I like to say that it is super user-friendly. So whatever you need, if you need to find search something, you just use a search bar. So with ADP, whenever you process the payroll, whenever you're going to process payroll, it's super simple. You're just going to click the run payroll button in the middle. What's going to pop up first is the time tracking. So whether you use ADP time tracking or if you use another third party, we have so many integrative capabilities. So if you don't use ADP, completely fine. We can always integrate with other providers. But something cool about ADP is we actually do something called geofence tracking. So I know that for y'all, whenever you're going and out and meeting your clients, it's going to the specific individual's home. So what this does is it actually tracks your employees from where they're going, and they can clock in and clock out when they're in the proximity of that location. And then it's automatically going to transfer the hours into our system for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Again, and then if there's anyone that uses a third party that's integrated, it does the same thing. It's just not as, it's a seamless integration, but I like to say it's more choppy than it would be just to go right in. So the next page is going to go over the W-2s. And so for W-2s, what I just want to say is for any business owners, if you guys are not W-2s, I'd highly recommend it, strictly because of the fact that the last thing I want is for the IRS to come after you guys and say, hey, you're wrongfully categorizing yourself and your employees. And it is just a headache and fines. Like, it is so much. One of my now clients, actually, so she came to ADP from, I think it was Paychex maybe, but she was wrongfully categorizing herself. So she was saying she's 1099 as a business owner, and technically in the IRS's eyes, if you own a business, you're considered W-2, but she had to pay a lot in fines. So we were dealt with that. And then we were able to kind of correctly make sure that she's correctly filing properly. But to show you how easy it is to use this system, pretty much you're going to follow from your name over to say the salary amount. So you're going to go in and click and say you want $100. You're just going to put $100 in there, and it's going to pre-populate at the bottom for you. So you're not going to have to worry about going and editing. Same for the rates and the hours. So the rates are already going to be in the system for whenever we set up the payroll. And I'll also go over the onboarding in a second, but that's something that's going to be covered in the onboarding process. But we'll put the rates in, and then the hours will either convert over from the time tracking system or whether it's from third party or whatnot, and it'll be within our ADP system here. So you're going to click next, and this is going to be where your 1099s are. And I know that a lot of you guys have 1099 employees. So you can essentially, it works the same way as the W-2, simple, very simplistic. You're just going to go in and edit it if you'd like to edit it, and then it'll pre-populate again. The next page is going to be our total cash required page. So this is you're going to be able to see how much the total gross pay is, the taxes, the deductions, the employer tax, and all that fun stuff. But our system is tailored to recognize if anything is wrong. So say in the hours section, you type in 83 hours when you meant to type in 38. What it will do is it's going to highlight that box for you, and it's going to prompt you to go back. And then once you're on the box, it'll say, hey, looks like there's an error here. If this is correct, or if it's an error, like yes or no, essentially, did you mean for this to happen? So it just honestly helps with making sure there's not too many errors in your payroll, which is nice. So since this is a demo, I'm just going to click yes. And then bada bing, bada boom, the payroll is done. So it's honestly just a matter of 3 clicks. And what ADP does is we'll go ahead and we will link up your account to your business bank account. So whenever you process a payroll, we'll go ahead and withdraw the funds from your business bank account to yourself and your employees. We do next day direct deposit, as well as we can do checks as well. It kind of just is whatever you guys prefer. And then also, fun fact about ADP, we're also one of the only payroll systems that does take full liability when it comes to taxes. So if anything were to go wrong or you get something from the IRS in the mail, what you'll do is you'll have my cell phone number. So you call, text me, email me whenever. I'll get you in touch with the right individual. Or on this, once you have your ADP run system set up, there's a little ticket button right here in the corner. If you click that, it'll say, hey, do you want to commit or submit to a service team? And then we can do it from there. And I can walk you through it as well, so you won't be alone. And then when it comes to people, you're going to have 2 ways of onboarding. So whether you're W-2 or 1099, the system is the same for both, but I'm going to click W-2 for right now. But you can either onboard them yourself as the owner, or if you have an admin, you can have your admin onboard your new employees, or you can have them self-onboard. If you want them to self-onboard, you'll just need their first name, last name, date of hire, and email. Our system's got a little bit of a facelift in the last couple of months. So unfortunately, my computer's a little outdated because it won't let me upgrade anymore, at least. I think I'm just out of data. But so essentially you won't need the social security numbers or the birthday. It's just the first name, last name, date of hire, and email. Once they get that, you're gonna send them an invite. It's gonna say, welcome, a little bit about your business information, and it's gonna prompt them to complete the onboarding. Within the onboarding, it's the I-9, the W-4, the W-9, the direct deposit information, the basic, like your emergency contact information, so on and so forth, and what you're filing as. Once that's done, they'll be able to say submit, and it'll just go right back into the system for you. So you don't have to worry about going in and making sure all their information is in there. Another thing that's cool is once they get their information in the run system, they can actually go to get an app or have access to the app. So they can view if they have a 401k, they can view their 401k, they can view their time cards, they can view their pay, and so on and so forth. But that's just kind of a cool fact I like to mention. And then with ADP, we also partner with ZipRecruiter. So through our partnership with ZipRecruiter, we're able to help you guys find qualified candidates to help you guys grow your business. So the way that works is, because it's a demo, I can't necessarily go into depth about this system, but the way it works is kind of like Pandora. So you're going to thumbs up or thumbs down candidate resumes that are, say, thumbs up the ones that you like. Those that are like it are going to be more populated at the bottom, whereas the ones that might not be the best fit or be a good fit will be more so populated at the bottom or at the end of the little database, sorry. With that being said, it's pretty cool because you can do something called compensation benchmarking within this system. So you can see where you fall in comparison with others in the industry. So it kind of helps you get a little bit of a competitive edge there. You actually get free ZipRecruiter postings. So depending on the type of package that you're looking for, the starter package comes with 1 free ZipRecruiter posting, and like our HR package comes with 2. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it posts to 100 different job boards. So you're able to find a qualified candidate within 48 to 72 hours. And it seems that a lot of my clients have been utilizing it recently. So it seems like more and more people are wanting to work, which is nice. Hopefully that continues. But a lot of my clients love the fact that we have ZipRecruiter. They love the fact that it makes it super easy for them. They can post their job description within the system. And it's just a very simplistic. Another great things we have is our HR 411 tab. So we have our employee handbook. If you guys don't have an employee handbook, that's totally fine. We actually have an employee handbook builder. So it is pretty much an outline of your policies and procedures. What you're going to do is I'll kind of briefly go through it. You just click continue. You go and upload your business information in here. Again, since it's kind of like an outline, you do the industry and then put in your business info. The next is going to go over the employee benefits. So we take from what others in the industry are offering. So you have an opportunity and an option to pick and choose what you are wanting to offer to your employees. And just to let y'all know, the employee discount program, that is something that every business once they start on with ADP gets access to, which is nice. And it's the same one that I use. So whether it's discounts for babysitting, discounts for hotels, discounts for flights, whatever it may be, it's name brand products or name brand services that you're able to get discounts on. So I would definitely utilize that. And then the next page goes over the policies and procedures. So ADP takes from what's in the industry, the government, and from the state to make sure you are compliant. So we make sure we have all the correct information for you already in there. Again, because at the beginning, you're going to put your industry. Once you have industry, that's also where we're pulling it from, then per state. Then you go next, and it kind of just helps you to create and style it. But what's really cool about our handbook is it actually turns into a live handbook. So once you go and publish the handbook, it'll keep you up to date with the different rules and regulations that might come out for, again, the industry, the state, for the government. During COVID, it was huge because since it was such a state of the unknown, everyone was like, how do I navigate this whole, area of time that no one really knew how to navigate? So throughout that time, ADP was emailing our clients saying, hey, so for example, like servers, you can say, hey, you can only have 4 servers on the floor. They need to be, tables need to be X amount apart. And then we just kind of make sure that you're in compliance. So the last thing we want is for you guys to be incompliant. And then it's a whole mess. We have all of that. Oh, I didn't mean to exit off of that. But we also have free background checks available for you guys. So whether it's 5 or 25 free background checks. We also have new hire paperwork. So we do it by state. So we just make sure you have the proper information and forms needed when bringing on new employees. So with that being said, it's already in the onboarding link. But some of my clients will go ahead and download everything just to ensure compliance in that aspect. We haven't had any problems with onboarding link, but I would say it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'm also somebody who will go ahead and download it, put a whole little folder together. So if need be, it's always there. But we do it by state again. So we just want to make sure you're in compliance there. We're going to have the correct information for you. And then, and then when it comes to also hiring, we can do the job descriptions, interviews, background checks, benefits. And I like to say again, ADP is one-stop shop. So anything that you guys have in mind, I'm sure that we can do. It is what I do is every time I run a meeting, I do run it specifically for that individual. So I'll ask a couple of questions to kind of get an idea of where you're at with your business and what you're looking for. And then I base everyone. It's a tailored payroll system. So whatever you guys want, we're able to work with it. But yeah, that's a little bit about ADP in that aspect. Do you guys have any questions? I know I kind of briefly ran through all that.
So I'll jump in first. I got 2 for you. This is some good stuff. So the employee discounts, even though I know 1099 contractors aren't necessarily employees, but do you think there's a way that we can offer that to contractors on it?
Yeah, so they'll get they will have the discounting, they will have a opportunity to get take advantage of. When it comes to benefits, that's where it gets a little sticky. So if we do group benefits, that's where it's a little bit different, where we can offer group benefits for 1099 employees, but they can take advantage of the discounting. So
that's perfect. That's exactly what I expected. Now, with the geofencing, that was huge. I didn't notice that one at first. So geofencing and time tracking, that's huge for us. Everybody asked me because I got software to come with Clean Biz Network membership, and everybody always asking when we gonna get time tracking and geofencing to make sure people actually at these buildings to clean them, right? So is it like a mobile app that comes with the ADP? Got it.
Yep. So once you get what we'll do is once you get the account set up, I actually will help you as a business owner set up your mobile app. And then when you start adding your employees or once your employees are added, I just essentially need an email and they'll get an email from ADP saying, hey, because whenever you set up the business, you'll get a specific code. So that way your employees will also get linked to that code. That way everything's all nice and neat. But so once they get that, they'll be prompted to kind of download the app, and then they can see their pay stubs. They can see their, if they are W-2s and you guys want to offer benefits, they can see their 401k, their health insurance. And then again, with the geofencing, they can actually clock in and clock out from their phone. So, and that's how we track how far or if they're in the proximity to clock in and clock out.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So it makes it super simple. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit about that. And then also I know that you and I talked about paying VAs And so with ADP, there we do have this is actually through our marketplace partner. So ADP, we don't necessarily have a system that pays VAs in other countries, but we do have a marketplace partner that does. So once your account is set up, what we'll do is, within the search bar, I usually recommend my clients type in set up, and then it says set up like global pay because of is in another country. So we can set that up for you, make it super easy. Then you can use that to pay your VAs.
Nice. Okay.
And then also just kind of talk a little bit about some for you guys as business owners. I don't know if you guys have heard about this Cure Act 2.0. Essentially what it is a retirement plan. So because Social Security is depleting, small businesses, or the government's really pushing for small businesses to put a plan in place. So with that being said, if business does put a plan in place, you guys will get 100% match back at the end of the year for up to 3 years. You'll get it's a tax benefit at the end of the day, and you as a business owner can essentially double dip. So you can write off your portion that you contribute and then the business portion as well. So it's the business portion is a tax deduction. So there's a couple benefits, but essentially it pays for itself.
Hi, Caroline. I just had a question in regards to dedication or dedicated representatives. Would that be you, or we would have one if we got a package?
So that'll be me. Yep. So I'm AJ's partner. So you guys will be coming through me. I know that for ADP, sometimes we get a bad rep about our reps, so to say, but no. So I love being able to create relationships with my clients because I can then refer people either to you or from you, and then vice versa. I was telling AJ, I think that your network is your net worth. So I am very big on staying in contact with my clients and kind of trying to help them grow their business in one way or another if I can. But yeah, so I will be there with you guys through the whole process. I like to say I'm like, whether you, call me, text me, whenever, and you'll have my cell phone number and email. I will say I'm not the best at email, but I'm pretty quick on text. So
great. I'm glad you brought that up. I was also going to ask, since you brought that up, do you have a partnership affiliate links that we can benefit from?
Yep, of course. So AJ actually put that in the chat. So through our partnership, we're able to do a couple of things. So we're able to waive the $250 sign-on fee it's usually around $15 or $0. It kind of depends on the method of implementation. So it depends on your employee size. But most of the time we can get down to $0, which is nice. But we can do, waive the sign-on fee. We can do a 20 to 30 lifetime discount, as well as a couple months free of payroll. So this month, if you have 3 or more employees, we have 6 months free. Or for any business size, it's 4 months free. So we can help you out with that. You also get, again, access to the discounting. And then we also have something that's a little bit different, but it's to be able to help you guys as well. So we're all referral based. And because of this, we created something called our Client Appreciation Program. So our Client Appreciation Program, if you know someone or have another business, or whether mom, dad, sister, brother, friend has a business, and then you refer them to ADP, if they sign on with ADP, it's a $500 reward. Well, it's actually $750 for this month, and rewards for the first 2 referrals. And then with that, you can actually get you can kind of cash it in for a MasterCard, or you can cash it in. We have a whole system where you can either, one of my clients got a Gucci purse. One of mine actually got a golf cart, which is kind of crazy. And that one only took 7 referrals, which is because I feel like golf carts are super expensive, but maybe I just don't know how much golf carts are. But so we could do that. And then we also have, and then the third referral leads to free payroll. So we have a couple things you guys can take advantage of.
Excellent. Thank you. And I just had one more question. I'm sorry to take up all the time.
No, you're good.
Just have one more question in regards to, you mentioned the ancillary products, all of the ancillary products you have in terms of the packages, customizable per business.
Yes and no. So, with our packages, it's pretty it's pretty straightforward in what we're able to offer. But what I do is I will listen to all my clients, see what they are in need of, and then kind of talk to them about the package that I think is best. And then, so I usually mention our starter package and our HR package, depending on your employee size. So that way, at the end of the call, what I'll do is say, hey, what are you leaning towards? Because at the end of the day, I don't know your finances. I don't know what you're in need of unless you tell me. So I put it right back on you as the business owner, because again, it's your business. So in any, like, if whatever you feel comfortable with, that's what we're going to do. So
Great.
whether it's the starter package or the HR package or our HR pro package, whatever it may be, we can definitely figure it out for you. And then if you guys do want to offer any benefits like retirement, or we do workers' comp as well, or health and benefits, let me know. We can get in contact, and it's all a la carte. So we can attach that as well.
Awesome. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I have a question. How you doing? I came in late. I'm not sure if it's on replay, but I wanted to ask, do ADP take out taxes weekly when employees get paid?
Yes. So whenever you process the payroll, ADP will go ahead and pull the taxes. So say you process it, it actually is whenever you process. So whether you're weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly, it's going to be whenever you process, that's when we'll take them out. What we'll do is so for W-2s, I don't know if you guys know this, but you need it's different from your EIN, but you'll need a withholding and unemployment ID. I can also help you guys set that up. So I have the list of every state and where to go to apply for it. And we can, of course, have another Facebook Live or whatever maybe to kind of walk you guys through it, or I can do one-offs. But yeah, so we have that available. I mean, once we do that, that's when we're going to be able to, whenever you file the taxes, we link it to that number, which is linked up to your business. So that's how we ensure that every time you get the proper amount, it's linked up to your business and it's filed on time. So, but yeah, essentially it is pulled. If you have a weekly pay period, it would be pulled every week.
My last question, if you don't mind, do y'all have time off tracking by any chance?
Yep, we do. We have PTO tracking. Yep, so that's all included with our time tracking. It's actually, well, not with our time tracking. I mean, it is included with our time tracking, but once we set up the system, you're actually going to be asked, hey, do you have a PTO like set up already? Or do you want to set it up, or do you want to wait till later? A lot of my clients, will wait till later because it's usually just them as they're still growing. But as they grow, that's something we can always just go ahead and get into the system and get working for you.
Yeah, I just thought of another one. So back in the day, I was aware of ADP, and I think, and I could be wrong on this, but I think somebody told me that you guys also do like SOPs or something like that, or like employee handbooks or something. Is that okay?
Yep, we do an employee handbook. Yep, so we'll have the employee handbook. We'll give you guys an outline, and then you put in the industry, and then ADP kind of covers the rest. So we'll go ahead and put in the information, the policies and procedures from the government, for the state, and for the industry. And then our handbook is a live handbook, so we'll be able to keep you up to date with the different rules and regulations that come out. Again, for the industry, for the government, whatever it may be. But it's good to have in place, especially as a business owner, because the last thing you want is for an employee to say that they were wrongfully terminated and come back and try to sue you for whatever reason. So it's always good to go ahead and have that in place. And sometimes if you go through a third party to create a employee handbook, whether you go to like a law firm or just another company that makes or does employee handbooks, it's usually around, I think, like $200. So you're saving money there by it just being included within the package, which I think is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
With that SOP, that can be distributed to everyone in your organization digitally as well as by paper.
Yes. Yep. So digitally will go first, and then if you'd like it to go by paper, we can always do that for you.
Great, thank you.
If you guys have any questions or think of any questions, let me know. If you guys use AJ's link, you're going to be able to take advantage of all the exclusive promotions and discounting that you actually get only through AJ. Whereas if you go to ADP, you wouldn't have the same access to it. So I'd highly recommend that. And then we can have a one-off conversation, and I can kind of walk through the whole platform and kind of do a demo with you guys, or whether to be do a demo or a phone call, whichever it may be. I'm pretty chill about how we go about it. So just let me know, and I'm flexible with it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Caroline. It's been a pleasure, and it was even more value than I already knew it would be. So I really appreciate you taking time in the evening time at that. I know you're on the same coast as me, so it's like we should be somewhere about off right about now. Right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm definitely closing the computer after this, but
exactly. So now I appreciate you. And like Caroline said, if anybody wants to move forward, or if you still got more questions, you want to go one-on-one real quick with Caroline, make sure you click that link. I put it in the chat. I'm also going to add it to the Facebook group after this. So if y'all want to reach out to her, definitely do. And that's what I got. You got anything else, Caroline?
Nope, that is it. But if you guys have any questions, again, like AJ said, reach out. I'm happy to talk with you guys. We can do one off or whatever it may be. But thanks for taking the time to speak with me today. So thank you.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
What's up, y'all? It's AJ Simmons, and it's time again, y'all. We're doing the Clean Biz Network Conference again this July 23rd through the 25th, 2025. Get your tickets at cbnconference.com. But before you do that, let me tell you why you should do it. Y'all already know how we gonna do it, y'all. We got so many guest speakers for y'all. Top notch as always. I'm talking Caroline Doran. I'm talking Andrew Lewis, that is, from the automation program. You know myself as well, I'm definitely gonna be a speaker this year. And I got some surprises for y'all. I'm not gonna give y'all all the speakers ahead of time. You just gotta get in the building, all right? But you already know it's gonna be top notch, and we definitely gonna have some featured guests. You already know Tenacity Academy will be in the building. DJ The Boss is scheduled to be here as well. Peter Bolin is definitely scheduled to be here, and he's also a sponsor for this year's event. Shout out to Peter. Mario Kelly will definitely be in the building. You do not want to miss this event, y'all. Make sure you get your tickets. Okay, so now, this area we're in right here, this is where all our vendors and sponsors will be. So if you kind of get a look at these tables here, you see we're gonna have the food trays out. We're gonna have the vendors nonstop. I mean, it's gonna be real. Y'all know how we do it here at CBN, y'all. And then I'm gonna take you into the actual conference area. So if we walk into here, and so this is not even close to what we got going on. You see that wall right there? It opens. And so we're gonna open that wall all the way down to accommodate the 200 cleaning business owners all over the country and beyond the country, because shout out to Canada. Canada always shows up for us, and other countries as well. And so we all gonna come out. It'll be a big enough space to accommodate all of us, hundreds of cleaning business owners all in one area, coming together, almost like a family reunion, getting educated and getting celebrated, y'all. And as you can see, plenty of entertainment. Like I said, bring the kids, y'all. We got the pool area. It's Florida, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, we gonna be chilling, it's a vibe, y'all. Palm trees, just waiting, you know what I mean? How you chilling in the sun, just the way we do down here in Florida, y'all. Now, if you like me, you know you're gonna wanna get your workout on. So we definitely got the workout center over here. Come on, get your workout in. Just cause we out here, we on vacation a little bit, we business a little bit, but we definitely gotta stay in shape. Health as well, we already know that. So you already know where I'm gonna be. Y'all gonna meet me at the bar. Y'all know I prefer a beer, so if you wanna treat me to a drink, just bring me a little Michelob Ultra or Bud Light, I'll be just fine, all right? But we definitely gonna have the bar for y'all open as well. Come on, pull up and get you a drink and get comfortable. Meet some people, collab, man, get out that house and come network with us. All right, now I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about this little pool table right here. Tenacity Academy team came over here, Miss Johnson, Miss Tamika, they came over here, they played me and Regina. They lost, right? They lost to us in a little game of pool. So if y'all trying to get next on this pool table, make sure y'all come meet us here at the Clean Biz Network Conference in 2025, y'all, come on. All right, look, y'all. So I showed you around, let you see what it's gonna be. It's your chance just to pull up, man. Come on out here, chill with us, build with the #1 cleaning business network in the industry, y'all. The Clean Biz Network. Meet us at our annual conference down here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's always sunny. Y'all know the vibes with me. We chilling, but we also gonna learn, we gonna get educated, and we gonna turn up. We gonna celebrate our industry, y'all, because we are the most overworked and most overlooked, y'all. So it's time that you come get celebrated and get the flowers that you deserve, y'all. Meet me down here, Jacksonville, Florida, July 23rd through the 25th. Get your tickets at www.cbnconference.com. We're gonna have a live DJ throughout the entire event. Y'all already know how we do it. The best speakers in the world is gonna be here for the industry, y'all. We got cleaning companies coming from all over the country as well as outside of the country, y'all. This is that one event every year that you do not want to miss. Don't be the one. Don't be that one this year saying, oh, I should have came. Oh, when's the next one? You never know what's going to be the next one or not. So come to this one, y'all. Get your tickets. I'm AJ Simmons. I'll talk to y'all later.